Let me share. Hello, Nishan sir. Have you tried that label designer? Have you got a chance? Last time we discussed on label designer and yeah, I guess label designer only we completed, right? And item, some part of item, right? Item detail and label designer we completed. Am I audible, guys? All good, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Raju. Yeah, we completed label designing and item configuration.
So if you get time, no, you can just create multiple templates, okay, for same type. What I'm saying is, so let's say you are creating an inbound shipment label, created 2, 3 inbound shipment labels, okay. Why I'm saying, because we can assign those label templates as per some attributes of inbound shipment, okay. So we have ASN type. Okay, so this type we will see how we can create, but yeah, we can assign those templates as per the ASM type that we have. Similarly, if it is a outbound kind of label will be like OBLPN or maybe shipping label, okay, order label, okay, any label which will be used for outbound part, okay. We can validate some sales order information like ship via, allocation type. Then there are some order header fields, okay. These fields we can validate, and if this field is matching, then only this type of label will get printed, okay. This is how this label template works, okay. Now uh, so today there's very less part remaining from application overview. We'll try to complete this, and we'll also start for the inbound sessions, okay. Okay. So next thing we have is vendor. Okay. So everyone knows like vendor is like whenever you get the PO. Okay. Initial means before creating a PO, you should have a vendor. Against that vendor, you will create a PO, right? So you'll need a vendor to create a PO. Okay. So to create a vendor, you can go to vendor screen. Okay. Now, can anyone tell me? I'm just searching this vendor screen. I don't want this screen as a vendor. I want it as suppliers. Okay. What should I do? This is currently a vendors. Okay. The screen name is vendors. I don't want this to be as vendor. I want it as suppliers. What can I do?
For field names, we were changing using literals. For menu names, we are only adding menu, right? I think we can change like using
Yes,
that.
we can add, we can see,
Yeah.
but where you're close. We have a screens, right? While generating screens, okay, let's say we created this vendor screen. We named it as vendor. Okay. If I don't want, I can name it as suppliers. Okay. Now I will close this. Okay. Let me refresh this. Maybe to log out. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Good. You see? Okay. This is the same screen that we have for it. You just you can just rename that screen from screen UI. Okay. Okay. Coming back to vendors. This data you will use for still purchase order creation, right? So what things we have on vendors? There are not many things we have. Okay, it's just the two mandatory fields: vendor code and name. Rest information is just for information purpose. If you want, you can populate it, or you can keep it blank. Okay, so vendor code is one thing. Okay, another is vendor name. You have the address details. Okay, then the email, contact, external code. Why we have is because you can keep some extra information just like here. You see cust 1. Now this is category. They have renamed it. It was cust 3. Okay. And at last we have an active flag. If this is active, then only you can create a purchase order. Okay. So this is all we have. Okay. I can just show you the existing. This GT is the vendor code. Okay. Now you just make it active and you can use it on a purchase order. Okay. That's the small setup we have for vendor. Okay. Similarly, we have customers. Okay. Now, if you have worked on any ERP kind of EBS or maybe Fusion, you have a separate customer setups, ship to, bill to, correct? Customer account details. Those setups we have. Okay. And it's a big setup, I'll tell you, because I worked on one migration project from EBS to Fusion, and in during data migration and mapping only, we just fed up with the data because there were so many fields and those so many data that we had for customer, different addresses, ship to, bill to, everything. Okay. So it was in Fusion or maybe EBS we have. Okay. Here in WMS, we don't have any different setup for customer. So what we have is you can straight away put your customer details while creating a sales order. So whatever you want, okay, you can create. So you see, these are the customer details: customer number, name, address, and contact details. This is your bill to, you can say. Okay, these are all bill to, and the ship to address and everything. These are ship to customer details. Okay, so if you have a order management, you will map the details of the customer bill to here, and for ship to, you will map those details here. Got it? Okay, so you don't have any screen or any different setup to populate a customer details. While creating a sales order itself, you will put it. Okay, so these are free fields, you can say, on a sales order. Okay, so we have next thing is barcode type. Okay, now this is gonna interesting. If you all guys have gone through the sequence counter setup, maybe if you got a chance to check the recording. Okay, you see, sequence counter helps to generate a unique number within WMS. Correct? So whatever configuration that you have given here, okay. So what's the prefix? What's the start number? What is the length of that sequence? Correct? What should be the increment of that sequence? Right? So accordingly, system will create a sequence for that number, right? So this sequence counter is for replenishment wave. So whenever we will run a replenishment wave, it will create a number as per this setup. Correct? Now we have something called barcode type. Okay. Here, whatever numbers that we have, those numbers, okay, we are ultimately what we are doing, we are scanning those numbers with the help of RF. Correct? So we are getting barcodes for those numbers. Agree? Hello.
Yes, Rajiv. Yeah.
Right?
Hmm.
We are getting barcodes for these numbers. You can validate what barcode that you are scanning. Is it, is it correctly, or maybe is it fulfilling the requirement of your business or not? That you can put it on a barcode. So you are creating a barcode type which validate your barcode information. Are these, let's take example of IB container. So this is your inbound LPN. Okay, length should be N and prefix should be CS. Okay, I'll go through all these fields, but whatever the setups that we have here, I'll tell you. So whenever you scan the barcode, system will check if the scanned barcode is having length of 10 or not. Okay, is it having a prefix of CS or not? Okay, so this is kind of validation method to your barcode, whatever barcode that you are scanning for. The entities are different types of entity we have, right? Item, LPN, number, batch number, cart, OB load, shipment number, all these entities we have. For those, we are just putting the validation. Okay, we are putting the validation. This barcode should be in these conditions. Then only system will accept that barcode, or else system will give an error that invalid barcode type. Now, question arises like why we need this setup? Why we want a validation? Agree? Hello.
Yeah, for checking the genuinity of the item, like once we sold, like if it comes back again, like barcode should match, something like that. Whatever we sent it returned,
Barcode,
right?
correct. Barcode will match exactly that you have on a item barcode. Okay, whatever configuration that you have, it will match. But why you are validating while scanning a barcode?
Whether it matches our whatever pattern we have given, right? So whether it
Like, so
matches.
you're making a pattern. What it what it makes is you are standardizing your barcodes that you have into warehouse. So not, I mean, see, if you're using a pattern, it means you are standardizing your numbers within your WMS numbers. I mean, to say like whatever numbers that we have: inbound shipment, inbound container, outbound container, okay, trailers, cart, batch number, everything. Okay, so let's say I have a LPN 00 this. Okay, so I will just allow these type of LPS. I will not allow random LPN. Are you getting this? LPN which is starting from LPN, okay, and the length should be the appropriate that I have given. Okay, in this case it is 4. Let's say, okay, it should not be means it should not start from anything other than this LPN. So you are making a standardization of the counters that you have generated here so that system will restrict the scanning of the barcode which are not fulfilling these requirements. But again, next question comes, what if I don't have that standardization? How it will work? Because let's say for LPN it is fine. I am just generating whatever LPN that I want and I am just pasting it and I'm scanning it. Are you getting? So for this LPN, I can generate this LPN from my sequence counter and I can scan it. But for example, let's say I have a serial number. For serial number, this is coming from my vendor or maybe a customer. Okay. This is not having any specific pattern. What shall I do then? Let's say I have a pattern of like it is starting from A. I have a pattern for like it is starting from R. I have a pattern like it is starting from L. Okay. Now, in this case, what is happening is it is not consistent. It is not the standard numbers we have. Okay. So in this case, what we can do is we can put or we can just keep a validation is we can keep a setup like if we put this length as -1, it will accept any type of barcode. Are you getting this? If you don't have that barcode or maybe the number standardized numbers, okay, then you can also configure it like this. Okay. Now coming to this, you have different types of standardization. It is starting from A, starting from R, starting from L. You can give the sequences here to validate the number that you are scanning. Let's say your container number can start from CS. Length is 10. If this is not starting from CS, it could start from LPN. So what I'll do, I'll create a sequence and I'll tell system that it can start with LPN as a prefix. Length could be 10. Okay. If I save this, okay, data integrity. Okay, it is all second sequence number is already there. Maybe. Okay, third is also exist. Let me see if who's available. Yes. Okay. So what system will do? system will check if the LPN that you are scanning is of CS prefix or not. Okay, it will check if the prefix is IBLPN or not. It will also check if the LPN means prefix is LPN or not. Okay, if this is not starting with prefix CS, IBLP, and LPN, we have already also set up it as length of -1 without prefix. So it will accept any of the IBLPN. In this case, this container. I mean, this IB container is for IBLPN. Okay, so it will accept any barcode. But are you getting this? Like why we have a barcode type on top of sequence counter, and how you can configure it to validate or maybe to restrict the numbers that you are going to scan. Hello, any doubt? Hello guys.
No, Rajiv.
Okay, so I have also added that. Okay, maybe that slide is not here. How the sequence counter and barcode type are different. Barcode type are just to validate the scanning, I mean what number that you are scanning. Sequence counter is used to generate the number. Both things are different. Okay, keeping this. Okay, okay. Now next last thing is, I guess, yeah, last thing is printer. How you will configure a printer. You can go to your printer screen. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, we can go to printer screen. You see here, you can configure a printer. Okay, so you can just click to plus button. Now here you will need a local IT support. Okay, I mean local IT team will be there. Okay, from your business, you will need help from local IT. You don't know what printer type. Okay, that they have. WMS allows JSON, document, Zebra, ESCP printers. Okay, these printer types. So whatever printer type that you have, okay, that you can select. You can give the printer name. Okay, so let's say cab one. Okay, then description cabin one maybe. Okay, so you can also select what type of protocol that printer is having. Okay, maybe HTTPS. Okay, or maybe HTTP. Okay, this depends on what type of printer that you have and what are the allowed or maybe the eligible protocols that are there for that printer. Okay, this you will take it from local IT team. Okay, so let's say it is IPP. Okay, then you can give the IP address of the printer. Okay, and the port. Okay, so these are few things you need to take it from your local IT team and you need to configure. Okay. Now, what if I want the prints to my email address? Okay, I can also take that. I have taken here. You see, you can select any type of printer. Okay, here in protocol you can keep it as mail to. Okay, and in IP address you can put the email address of yours. Okay, so whenever you will select that mail to printer. Okay, then system will send the output to your mail ID. How that output will be, we already saw, right? This kind of output you will get, and you can just copy paste this output here in labelary site, and you can generate the label. Okay, any doubt in this? Hello.
No, Raju.
So here I conclude we completed this application overview. Okay. So everything from application overview we completed. Okay, I think I have not added that reason code side. I'll just go to reason codes. Okay, this is also one more setup. Okay, you have now. Why this? What is this reason code first of all? So whatever transactions that you are doing in WMS. Okay, let's say you are writing some inventory. Okay, so picking, packing, these are normal transactions. But whenever you are writing some inventory, writing off, or you are changing some statuses, maybe you are canceling order. Okay, you are canceling a sales order, you are canceling inbound shipment. Okay, you are doing such a changes. System will ask a reason code why you are canceling it. Okay, so you will need to give the reason code for that. Okay, now here you can create a reason code. Okay, type of reason code is this is GDD for goods delivery document you will need if you want to change it, or else you can put it any. So whenever you are doing any of the changes, like you are changing the inventory, you are changing, you are canceling any document like purchase order, inbound shipment, or sales order. Okay, not the purchase order, but yeah, for sales order and inbound shipment it asks. Okay, and whenever you are modifying a quantity, okay, quantity it means inventory. Okay, so it could be like reserve or active. At that time system will ask the reason code. Okay, let's just show you how it asks. You see, at any point of time if I want to change the quantity. Okay, so let's say this is not 10 quantity, there's only 9 quantity. Now system is asking why you are changing this quantity, what is the reason behind that. You are changing this quantity. I can say that one quantity was damaged. Okay, and I can submit. Okay, so this was previously 10, now it is 9. System will generate inventory history for this. So whatever transactions happens in WMS, it will get logged in inventories. So you see, this was the reason code. Means that quantity -1 quantity adjusted. It was for vendor everything. It will load. Okay, it will also take the reason code as damage. Now, can you think how this reason code you can use? How you can use this? Do you think any possible scenario to use this reason code, Nishan sir? I mean, if you have multiple systems like Fusion, correct? So I mean, you will get the inventory data from WMS. So you need to match it with the WMS and Fusion, right, in between. So what you can do is you can take out the extract of inventory history, whatever changes that you are doing. Okay, these are logged in inventory history. So you can take out this extract from WMS, and against what reason code inventory changes has been done, you can you can trigger the transaction in Fusion. Let's say you changed inventory in negative quantity. So I basically what I did, I subtract the means I just change it to -1. It was previously 10. Okay, now it is 9. So one quantity is minus. Okay, from this original quantity. Now I can create a reason code that miscellaneous issue. Okay, are you getting miscellaneous issue? I can do so that miscellaneous issue. If any inventory is getting changed with the reason code miscellaneous issue, you can also change the same inventory by doing miscellaneous issue in Fusion or maybe a ERP. Make sense? Hello, hello, Nishan sir, Shiva, maybe. Okay. You go through this again, and if you find any doubt, we'll again come and we can discuss. Okay. Okay. We'll start the inbound part also. We'll just start it. We'll not cover any major thing, but yeah. Let me open one quickly. Maybe I don't. I guess so. I don't have it handy, but yeah, we'll just go through the overview of the inbound. Okay, let me reshare it out. Okay, in inbound, we are going to cover all these topics. Okay, like we'll start from purchase order, creation of purchase order. After creation of purchase order, we will see how we can create a ASN. After creation of ASN, we'll see what are the multiple ways you can receive ASN and purchase order. Okay, we'll check different types of receiving in WMS. We'll also see some scenarios like QC receiving, cross docking. Okay, and then we will see the put away strategies. Okay, here now this figure here shows how the high level view of receiving process in WMS. Okay, now you have means you could have a host system. Okay, and this is not always you'll need. Okay, because WMS can be used as a standalone system where you can create the documents like purchase order or ASN manually directly into WMS. Okay, but here they have assumed that you have a host system kind of EVS or maybe a Fusion. Okay, after creation of such a documents like purchase order or ASN in host system, you will send it to the WMS. Okay, how you will send it? Via integration. Okay, via integration you will send it to the WMS. You will means these documents will get created in WMS. Okay, after sending, I mean, host will send those documents to WMS. These documents, purchase order or maybe ASN, will get created in WMS. Okay, once you receive the WMS, I mean, once the ASN gets created in WMS, what you will do is you can start receiving directly or you have an option to create an appointment. Why appointment? Because there could be a scenario where you have 100 numbers of ASN pending for receipt, and for those 100 number of ASN you have trailers awaiting to unload. Correct. So what you can do is you can create an appointment for each and every trailer that is reported to your facility. Okay, and as per the appointment you will send those trailers to the dock, and then you will unload and start receiving. You got it? Why you will need the appointments? Hello. Hello guys, please speak out. If it is no, at least speak out.
Yeah, yeah, got it, Rajiv.
Okay, okay. So you got it right. So you have 100 numbers of trailer waiting for unloading. What you will do, you will create some appointment, and you will appoint some specific time to each and every trailer that is waiting for unloading. Okay, and as per those appointments, you will start unloading those trailers. After unloading, okay, you will first see what has came out from the trailer. Okay, what has been shipped on the trailer, and you will start receiving. Okay, you will start receiving in WMS. So let's say in one trailer you have received 100 quantity. Okay, 100 quantity. First you will verify, I mean physically you will verify, right, that this item came on this inbound shipment and it was supposed to be shipped at 100 quantity. It was shipped, means it was supposed to be shipped with 100 quantity. You have found 100 quantity or whatever actual receipt quantity that you have received, you will receive it in WMS. Okay, as soon as you receive, status of the ASN will change to receiving completed. Okay, now till this any doubt? You send the trailer to dock, you unloaded the trailer and you started receiving, you received completed. Okay, you completely receive that ASN in WMS as well as physical. Okay, now after receiving, till the PO or ASN is open in host system, agree, there has to be, a response from WMS which will say to host that this ASN or purchase order has been received completely. Do you guys agree this?
Okay, like once we note it, receive everything, again we have to send back them the
No,
whatever.
WMS have to communicate with the host that whatever ASN or purchase order you send to WMS that has been received completely.
It's like a
Okay.
validation. Like
Correct, correct.
yeah.
Means you will validate here in host system. Okay, that's another part. But before validating, you should receive a response that this has been received completely in WMS.
Okay.
Okay, so there is a verification process we have in WMS. That verification will generate the verification response. Okay, what this response will have is this this response will have all the information that you have received in that ASN or a purchase order. Okay, so
Okay.
that host can cross check or validate the quantity that you have received on that inbound shipment or a purchase order, and if there are any discrepancies during your receipt it can communicate to your host. Okay.
Okay. Okay, Raj.
Okay, so I'll just show you a few screens. Okay, so we have a purchase order screen. Let's start and create a purchase order like this. Yeah. Okay, so as I told you, we will need a vendor detail, right? Vendor details supplier, correct, to create a purchase order. Now this is again a IBO number. You can rename it as PO number, no problem. You can change the literal, whatever you want. Okay, now you can just give the PO number. I'll just give PO 2, 3, maybe. Okay, kind of any number, random number I'm giving. Okay, right. Now I'll just give supplier as GP, maybe it will work. The code is different, I guess. Okay, it was same. Okay, okay, GT. Then you have a PO type, purchase order type. Okay. Now these you need to select. These are not seeded types you have. Okay, you need to create these. How you can create it? I'll tell you. Okay, so you can navigate to purchase order type and try PO type maybe. Yeah, PO type. Here, here you can create a purchase order type. Now, have I mean anyone knows what kind of purchase order types we have in any ERP? Maybe Fusion or VBS or maybe any ERP types of purchase order. Just you have many types of purchase orders. Kind of blanket. Okay, blanket, standard. These are many. Okay, you see contract purchase order. These are many purchase order you have. We don't have any seeded purchase order here in WMS. Why it is so? Because we means in WMS, it is not directly linked with the process that you follow in case you have these types. Like for blanket purchase order, what it means is you didn't confirmed on the quantity. You confirmed on what type of item I want. Okay, so how much it is needed, you will send those items. So you will say as a blanket purchase order. Okay, for planned purchase order, you will give how much quantity that you want of that item. Okay, of course, of that item, how much quantity that you want, everything you will confirm in planned, or you can say as a standard purchase order. Okay, so these are actually process based purchase order. I mean, these are actually processes that are there in your organization or maybe a WMS. Okay, but here in WMS Cloud, okay, you don't have any such attributes here. So what we have, okay, you can create a purchase order just to link the purchase order. Okay, okay, I'm just giving just to link the purchase order with shipment type. You see this? You are just linking the purchase order type with shipment type. Why we are doing so? And that's one flag. Okay, copy custom field to ASIN. So whatever custom field information that is there on purchase order, it will get copied to the ASIN. That's it. Okay. If I save this, you see, I have just created a purchase order type. It is not I mean this type of purchase order, okay, in WMS are not as of you have into a different ERP like standard purchase order, blanket purchase order, contract. There are many different types of purchase order we have. Okay, but these are not kind of the purchase order that we use in different types of ERP. Here in WMS, what we are doing is whatever purchase order type we have, we are just linking it with the inbound shipment type. So what kind of shipment it will create? That's only the significance of purchase order type. Okay. Now, why we are just linking a shipment type to the purchase order? Because whatever attributes that are here, okay, maybe any kind of purchase order, we are validating on inbound shipment. While what kind of attributes that are there? Okay, there are many different attributes. You can you can see the under receipt, you can control the over receipt. Okay, you can see the validation of the inbound shipment receiving. You can allow expiry on that inbound shipment. Okay, you can prevent the put away. Okay, sorry, prevent verification of that ASIN if the put away is outstanding. Okay, there are so many parameters you can validate on inbound shipment type. So that's why we don't have any attribute or maybe any setup here. I mean, much setup here in purchase order type. We are just linking purchase order to the inbound shipment. That's it. Are you getting this? How you can create a purchase order type? It will just denote. I mean, it will just help system to understand if this purchase order I have created, what kind of inbound shipment type system should create out of it. That's it. Okay. So let's say I'm just selecting a purchase order type, standard purchase order. Okay, you can give the some pure references. Okay, then these are the dates we have. Now here again, important thing. So there are 4 dates: order, delivery, ship, cancel. As the name suggests, order date is the date of this purchase order. Okay, on which this order date created, or maybe what was the order date of this purchase order. Delivery date is what, on what date you are expecting this should get delivered. Okay, so what I'm expecting, I mean, the order date is today. I'm expecting this to be received on maybe 9th. Okay, and what is the ship date that vendor have confirmed? Okay, so I'll say 6th. And what is the date that you will mark this purchase order as cancelled? This will mark as cancelled. 6th. And what is the date that you will mark this purchase order as cancelled? 7th. 8th. 9th. 10th. 11th. 12th. 13th. 14th. 15th. 16th. 17th. 18th. 19th. 20th. 21st. 22nd. 23rd. 24th. 25th. 26th. 27th. 28th. 29th. 30th. 31st. 32nd. 33rd. 34th. 35th. 36th. 37th. 38th. 39th. 40th. 41st. 42nd. 43rd. 44th. 45th. 46th. 47th. 48th. 49th. 50th. 51st. 52nd. 53rd. 54th. 55th. 56th. 57th. 58th. 59th. 60th. 61st. 62nd. 63rd. 64th. 65th. 66th. 67th. 68th. 69th. 70th. 71st. 72nd. 73rd. 74th You got this? Hello.
Purchase order,
Yes, Satoshi. Purchase order.
we are creating it here. Like,
Yes. We are creating here. I provided a purchase order number.
but,
Okay. I provided a vendor. I also selected what type of PO it is. Okay. I'm giving the date.
okay.
Okay.
Mm,
Are we good?
yeah.
Okay. Now there are some custom information. Again, custom information, it means to store extra information. That's it. Okay. Then we have a lock code on a header. So whatever stock or inventory is coming from this purchase order, it is of any lock code or not. Okay. So do you want to apply lock code over it or not? If you apply here, so all the inventory that you will receive, it will be of that lock code automatically. Okay. It will comes under that lock code. Okay. You can put it here if that's the scenario. Now, next thing is there is customer information in a purchase order. And there's one more field, RMA number. Do you find any significance to keep a customer information on a purchase order? Any significance? In case of RMO, hello, or maybe a customer return, what customer have sent it, correct? You can keep that RMA number, okay? You can map it accordingly, okay? In case of a return material order, okay? So customer is sending some rejection, or maybe you're taking customer return, okay? In case of that, you can keep that customer information here. Make sense? Hello, Shiva, Nisha. Hello. Today I don't see any response, guys. Sorry, but hello.
Rajiv, we are creating a purchase order, right? So we will be
Yes, we
customer,
agreed.
customer, right? Like,
No. See, from ours customer, if we are taking back the inventory, then also we will need some documents to receive, right? On what document you will receive? If 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 you are sending, let's say, what you done, you you send this IBLPN of this item one of 10 quantity to customer. For
mm,
some reason, customer don't want this. Maybe there is a damage quantity that customer have received. What customer will do? He will just simply return this 10 quantity. Agree?
mhm.
Now on what document you will take this return?
Okay.
There should be a RMA, right? Written material order, maybe. Okay. So
Mm,
what you can do is which customer send this order? What was the RMA number for that? You
o-
can keep that info here on purchase order. Okay. If you get this info, you will save this. Okay. Now you see header part is done. You got this? Header of purchase order you have created. Hello.
yes.
Okay. I guess we'll stop here. Okay. The detail part will take much time. Okay. So once you create a detail part, once you create a detail info, then you can start receiving a purchase order, or you can create a ASN out of it. Okay. Hello.
Mm, okay.
Correct. So we'll stop here, and from from next session we will start the inbound. Okay, by receiving by creating some purchase order ASN, and we'll start receiving. Okay.
Okay.
And if you have any doubts in application overview, we can take it up. Okay.
Mm, Okay, Raji.
So, well then. Okay, we'll stop here. Any doubts, Nishant sir, or maybe Shiva? Okay, no problem. Well then, see you in next session. Yeah.
Okay, Raji. Thank you.